Where are you from?
The Bronx, actually.
I'm originally from the Bronx and from New York.
I'm from the Bronx.
Right here in the Bronx, New York. This is home, right here.
AOC says if you're not a Democrat, you don't belong here in the Bronx. Right. What do you say?
I disagree with that.
I don't think she should be here in the Bronx. I actually don't know any Democrats living in the Bronx.
Look, AOC, look at the tremendous support for Mr. Donald J. Trump. You need to tell her then she need to stay out the Bronx because look at all the people around. Everybody's here for Trump. I am a Democrat, and I belong here.
And who are you voting for?
Donald J. Trump.
What has AOC done for the Bronx?
She's done nothing for the Bronx. Nothing. Nothing's changed. Nothing's gotten any better.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Let her come to the Bronx and let her come among us people that struggle. She doesn't even know what struggle is.
Where are you from?
The Bronx.
Yeah, I mean, I've never met a Biden supporter. I've never met a Biden supporter in real life. I don't know if you guys have. Everybody that I know hates Biden. I mean, everybody that I know personally, in person, that I've talked to, I mean, on the internet, it's kind of different. It's weird on the internet for some reason. The internet and the media is where you literally see the division. But if you go and talk to everyday people, regular folks at the grocery store, at the gas station, your neighbor, everybody's pissed off at Biden. Everybody's voting for Trump. Everybody that I know. And I mean, it's weird. That's how you know that the media, one, is so biased and they only push one side of the narrative because all you see on the media is leftist propaganda, Democratic agendas. When you talk to everyday folks at a, you know, at an average, I don't know, American family, it's the exact opposite. It's so weird. That's how you know it is all being perpetuated and being pushed by the media. But they hate her. They hate AOC in New York. They hate the Democrats in New York, as you can see in the Bronx. But the politicians in the mainstream media tell you a different story. It's so weird to me.
I want to join you in having the Bronx great again. Please accept this Democrat, this black Puerto Rican with a kinky hair and a broken English. Please accept my endorsement for you as a president. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's crazy. Another example. They would call this guy, you know, on the internet, they'll call this guy a sellout. He is a bootlicker. He up there shaking the white man's hand. That's what they'll say. But this is the average American. This is the average Democrat nowadays. They are switching. They are leaving the plantation. They cannot stand Democrats. They cannot stand the policies, what's been going on in their cities. They're seeing it right in front of their face, especially in New York. If you're in New York and you're still going to vote a Democrat, or you're in Chicago, or you're in DC, you are absolutely delusional. You've got to be, you're not paying attention, especially with what has happened in the last year or two with the migrant crisis, with the cost of living, the homelessness, the crime, all Democrat policies. And if you're still voting for Democrats and you're living in these liberal cities, I mean, if now is not the turning point, then in my opinion, it will never be. It will never happen. If you're not convinced at this point in where this country is and where politics is, nothing is going to do it for you. Absolutely nothing is going to do it for you. But that was the reaction of the citizens to the Trump rally and to what AOC, you know, has to say about it, or what they have to say about her. I love it.
Beautiful job. Thank you.
I love it. Yeah, so I thought that was a powerful rally he did, but this was, I think, the best part of the rally, because this just sums it up. This just sums it up about what I just said in the last couple of minutes about how we're all Americans. It's the media that's dividing us, but we all are one one nation, and we all truly have the same ideas, mostly, especially when it comes down to how the government should operate. I mean, we might have cultural differences, but as a whole, as far as the economy, the border, safety, wars, taxes, education, most Americans agree that, I mean, we're we're all really on the same page. But let's listen to this part of Trump's speech here.
Look, we had the greatest economy in history. Everybody here, where you have a small business or if you had a job, you were getting more than you ever made. And we had no inflation. We had no 1.4%, considered none, considered better than none, because frankly, none in its own way is a bad thing also. We had a perfect number, 1.4%. It doesn't matter whether you're black or brown or white or whatever the hell color you are. It doesn't matter. We are all Americans, and we're going to pull together as Americans.
Yep. Yeah, that's facts. We had the greatest economy. I mean, when Trump was in office, I had my business. We were in the logistics industry. We're doing contract work. It's called final mile delivery, dropping off basically merchandise from warehouses to the customer, basically the last mile of the delivery, essentially. But everything was going great. Everything was going great. I mean, I remember during that time, gas prices was starting to go down. I mean, that was our biggest expense. I mean, any trucker will tell you our biggest expense is maintenance and gas. And went from paying $40 a truck a day to do the routes for the day per truck to $80 to $100 a day, almost double. Actually, it is exactly double, $80 to $100, sometimes $120 a day per truck. It literally wiped us out. And that happened as soon as Biden took office. As soon as that happened, it went downhill. But when Trump was in, man, everything was great. We were doing amazing. Amazing. But he's right. We are all Americans. We are all one. These Democrats are trying to divide us with all this BS identity politics that they try to push. Policies for blacks, policies for whites, policies for gays, policies for immigrants. No, man, America first. America first, and whatever benefits America benefits its citizens. I think it's plain and simple. But before we wrap it up, let's look at the reaction from the mainstream media. They just could not believe that people were actually out there in the Bronx supporting Trump at the rally, and they're shocked. They're shocked.
What was the crowd like, and what kind of response did he get?
Well, certainly a bigger crowd than I think Democrats would like to see, particularly given this is one of the bluest counties in the entire country. Now, one of the things that was interesting to me is that the Trump campaign said that they were going to micro-target to get people from the community to come to this rally. I wasn't sure what to expect. I've gone to a lot of these rallies across the country, and there are often people who travel hundreds of miles to see Donald Trump, and they're not necessarily part of the community. However, one of the things that I found was that there were a lot of people here that were actually from the Bronx.
What was the crowd like?
There you have it. They just couldn't believe it. They can't believe it. They cannot believe it. They've been pushing this BS propaganda, thinking that the people are going to fall for their lies, and everything that they've pushed at him has backfired. Everything, all these fake witch hunt trials, the corruption cases and the Georgia case. Letitia James, the Stormy Day, all of that has backfired. His mugshot. Yeah. So I keep saying this, man. If Trump does not win, it is a clear and cut sign. Not only did they cheat this time, but they cheated last time. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. Hit the like button down below. And if you enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button. with the notification bell so you get reminded every time I bring a brand new video. Thanks for being here, guys. See you on the next one. Peace.